Hall of Fame shit, nigga. Keep it. Come on, get out there. Get out there. Okay. Good catch, my boy. 5 Unit Nation, man. Number 1, man.
Hey, man, go run this shit up, man. Go on. We found.
What up, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of SGDS Same Goals, Different Struggles. I am your host, AJ. This is episode number 93, y'all. How y'all doing today? If you've never heard of me before, I do. So I am your host, Ajay Brown. I'm just getting off work, so I am a little I'm just drained a little bit, but we're going to get through this, y'all. I should have did this shit yesterday, but we had some problems in our area in DeKalb County. It's been some bullshit, but this is episode number 93. If you've never heard of me, I talk politics, music, sports, relationship, mental health, everything, y'all. Please do me a favor. I know who be liking my shit, y'all, now. So I ain't even gonna keep telling. I'm gonna keep telling y'all to like my shit, keep subscribing to the new subscriber, but I already know who do and don't. To the people who just be watching and just be looking, and be looking for being nosy shit, I know who be doing that too. But I do appreciate my supporters, y'all. And we're gonna start off like this, man. I apologize, y'all, for how I spazzed out on the last one, y'all. You feel me? I shouldn't even been, I shouldn't have did that. I should take accountability for certain shit. I ain't gonna say I was wrong for what I said, because I damn sure meant what I said, but I should have probably just handled it a little bit differently, because I put myself in that predicament. And my brother Toot, after having a real talk with my brother Toot, man, that I really do appreciate my brother, like just getting myself back on track, and just, I've grown from that person that I used to be, so I don't want to become, sometimes I feel like I be falling back. As I told y'all before, I be falling backwards. I be going back to the old me and shit like that. So I be trying to catch myself when I do. So he's one of the people I go talk to. Thank God I have him in my life, and has a person that really, mentors, is just be there for a brother. So I appreciate you, bro. And yeah, man. So this is what we're gonna do today, bro. I'm gonna talk about, and I should have been talking about this, the Indiana versus Oregon game, y'all. I didn't get a chance to talk about it, but I'm gonna put some highlights on the game, man. As everybody know, man, we do know who's gonna be in the national championship now. Miami versus Indiana, y'all. And this one is gonna be a real classic, I believe. Indiana is the underdog team to me. I will be taking Miami, but let's get this straight. I will not be surprised if Miami loses this game. One, because I don't know how Carson Beck gonna play. Oh, Miami almost didn't win this last game versus Ole Miss. And Ole Miss, to me, ain't Indiana. Indiana has a squad that I've been watching, and I probably should have trusted my gut a little bit more. I don't know how I picked Texas Tech to beat them, but Indiana is not a team to play with, man. They're a well-coached team, well-rounded team, man. They're not really built. They only got 8 4- and 5-star players on their team at all, so they're built with a lot of grit and underdog players, man. I'm gonna play some highlights from the game. I'm probably gonna get copyrighted for this shit, because I ain't mute.
They're gonna have to throw it with regularity. He gets hit, lost the ball again. Daniel Ndukwe knocked it out, and it is Indiana ball.
Bro, by the second half, bro, I had turned the game off. It was like 35-7. Deontay Moore kept fumbling the ball. When I say Indiana has a solid defense, and bro, I was working, and the Indiana people, they so cool, bro. They real cool and relaxed type of people. I picked up a few of them, and they travel their ass off. They travel like Kansas City people. If you look at the dome, it wasn't number red. I don't even think I picked up an Oregon people these last 2 nights. It's been all Indiana, and Indiana really is known for their basketball.
He brought him to James Madison in the portal, where he excelled. Now he's a Hoosier. Deep throw, Charlie Becker! Top Touchdown, Indiana!
Man, listen to me. I love Miami. I love their defense. But if them boys do not come to play, Indiana is going to blow them the fuck out. And just because it's in Miami, believe me, Indiana already, like I said, I dropped somebody off. And while they was in the car, they was looking at tickets and airplane prices. They going to the game. His son is a redshirt freshman, actually, one of the people I picked up that plays for Indiana. So they some real supportive people, and them tickets ain't cheap. Them tickets like at least $3,000-$4,000 a seat. So just you gotta think that why I be like, damn, I'm doing something wrong, bro. That shit get depressing when you hear shit like that.
He brought him to James Madison in the portal where he excelled. Now he's a Hoosier. Deep throw, Charlie Becker! Touchdown, Indiana! Name both last year. Northwestern, by the way, is now the losing team, and they block a punt for good measure. Daniel and Duque, what a night he's had.
Just whoop they ass. I don't know what was going on with Oregon, and I believe this, yo. The way Deontay Moore played last night, he did not look like a top 10 pick. Because they already had him plugged in to go to the Jets and shit like that. Brother he need to come back. He got some things he need to work on because they did not play, and they didn't even really play well versus Texas Tech. So we was talking about that in the chat. If the Oregon, because Jared had picked Oregon. He had some things for the coach. He likes the coach, but hey, I had Indiana. Thank God I picked Indiana. I should have picked Indiana a long time ago, but who would have thought Indiana and Miami would have been championship in the championship this year? Not me.
At the left end of the offensive line. Mendoza, end zone, caught! Touchdown! Omar Cooper!
And they over here saying that Mendoza is not, they graded Mendoza as a 4th round draft pick. Let me tell you something. You get Mendoza in the right system with the right coach, I believe he could be effective. Look at Brock Purdy. You got some good. You get him with Kyle Shanahan type vibes or type of quarterback. I don't know if he's gonna be in the 4th round, but hey, the Falcons don't really have a quarterback this year. I don't know what we're gonna do. Arthur Blank talking about in the Arthur Blank, and I'm not even gonna because I was gonna talk about the Arthur Blank's press conference, but bro, I'm gonna tell you like this: he already pissed me off by hiring Matt Ryan. I know everybody high on Matt Ryan. A lot of people talking about Matt Ryan gonna do this and do that. The jury's still out on Matt Ryan. He has no previous experience as the president of football. But I'm sorry, I got off topic, but yeah, that's how I feel about that right now. I'll get more into that later.
There's
But
the running back in the pistol. And down to the goal line. Touchdown!
Indiana gave Oregon or Joe Jackson ass whoop.
Receivers on 3rd down and 5 for Mendoza. To the end zone. Wide open receiver and a touchdown. E.J. Williams.
And they got some good wide receivers as well. Falcons. I wouldn't mind having one of them wide receivers. I didn't see. I'm gonna check and see are these some seniors, because I found out that some of these wide receivers, a lot of these players came from James Madison.
De'Aaron Hill Jr. is the running back. The quick pass is intercepted. It's going to be run in for an Indiana touchdown. D'Angelo Pons on the first play of the game.
Yo, that's crazy. The first play of the game, bro, us pick 6, dog. So you already knew how this game was gonna go. Like, you just felt it.
2 for 2 on 3rd down on the drive. A pocket again to the end zone. Touchdown! Jamari Johnson.
That's like the one bright spot for Oregon. I tried to throw something in there for them, but they ain't have a lot of good highlights.
Fell draft. He hasn't made up that decision yet. The ball slips out of his hand as he wound up to throw. And inside the 5.
That shit is embarrassing, bro. You gotta come back for another season, dog, because that shit was embarrassing.
Doza with Black, the running back. Black straight ahead, touchdown. Kaylon Black.
All right, y'all, let me get to the stats of the game, man, because that shit was embarrassing, bro. Terribly embarrassing. Deontay Moore was 24 out of 39 with 285 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 1 interception. But he had a whole bunch, about 3 or 4 fumbles. Fernando Mendez. Oh, am I saying that right? Mendoza? No, I'll tell you right. Mendoza was 17 out of 20 for 117 yards and 5 touchdowns. So mind you, he didn't even really have a blowout game as far as yards and shit like that. Moore had more yards than him, but he had 5 touchdowns. The score ended in 56-22, y'all. By time, like I said, halftime, I went to sleep at halftime. De'Aaron Hill had 5 carries for 86 yards. Kenyon Black for Indiana had 12 carries for 63 yards. Roman Himba had 17 carries for 53 yards. Martin had 4 carries for 42 yards. Oregon, let me see. Elijah, what's his name? But y'all got some hard ass names. Sarah Wright had 7 catches for 75 yards. Let me see if he's a senior. So yeah, he's a senior, number 13. So he was on the okay. So he's one of the players I think that came from James Madison last year that transferred and stuff like that. Very solid wide receiver. Kind of reminds me of Drake London in a sense. I don't know if we would be looking for that in the draft type vibe because we need a speed wide receiver, so we might not be looking for that. But let me tell you something. These kids, a lot of these players that's on Indiana, I believe will be solid NFL players, bro. They are hard-nosed type players, bro. They are coach. I believe one of their coaches, the coach of the year in college football, bro, because he got these kids balling at a different type of level. Like, let's be real, bro. Ain't nobody been talking about. Nobody ever thought Indiana would be this football team would be like this. 15-0, bro. 15-0, bro. They beat Ohio State, they beat Oregon, and if they beat Miami, man, we're gonna have to talk about Indiana being one of the best college football. This one being one of the best seasons of all time. Not saying it is the best season of all time, but it should be up there because they have beat some real good stellar teams, yo. And you got to think about it. They're not filled with a lot of 5 stars or 4 stars, which usually coaches are going to recruit and look for. So, I mean, in a sense, bro, these are kids that you underestimate the underdog story. We all love a good underdog story and stuff like that. How would y'all feel? Y'all let me know in the chat, bro. Could this be an all-time season where you look at Indiana as one of the greatest seasons of all time? Now, I'm just speaking. I don't think they are better than the LSU team. Hell, I don't think they could beat none of the Florida team or Miami team. But I do give them credit for what they're doing in this time and where they're at now. Even though we'll never know, I do feel like you have to give them credit. My thing is this, right? Hold on, let me exit out of this real quick. In this upcoming game versus Miami, right? Miami has I think this is going to be the best defense that Indiana has faced on both sides for Miami and Indiana. I think these two are going to be one of the 2 best defense that they have faced. Can Carson Beck play to a standard where he's not going to turn over the ball? Or can he make the right pass or make the right decision making in this game? That's going to be the question that I have. I don't know. You feel me? I don't want to talk bad about bro because he did get Miami here. I know a lot of Georgia fans are upset because they feel like why you couldn't do this shit for Georgia. Hey man, Miami, like I tell my homies, Miami and Athens is 2 different goddamn places. It ain't shit to do in Athens. Do you understand what I'm saying? Ain't nothing to do. Miami, you got Miami South Beach. You got Michael Irvin coming down there acting like he's still on that white. You got all these alumni and shit. Don't get me wrong, you got some great Georgia alumni. I'm not gonna take nothing away from it, but that shit ain't hitting like. And look, like I said, I'm from here. I still don't understand why a lot of people are Georgia fans, because a lot of people that's born in Atlanta, they get mad at people for claiming shit that they from Atlanta and they not even from Atlanta. So Athens, the Georgia Bulldogs ain't even in Atlanta. They in Athens. You think these niggas would be Georgia Tech fans? But hey, that's another story for another day, right? All I'm saying is this: Indiana's gonna be coming out there. They're gonna be well coached. People gonna be, you know what I mean? I think everybody hyped for Miami. Miami finally back in the national title. They got some talent, bro. I don't know if Indiana has faced this type of talent. I would say the closest thing is probably is Ohio State, but Ohio State ain't even Ohio State this year, to me, in my opinion. The running backs, like, you got some solid running backs in this game. Fletcher is a stud, bro. I love Fletcher. Let's see how he do versus this Indiana defense, because like I said, this Indiana defense is for real. They're well coached. They're solid. They know how to do their job. Each player know how to do their job and execute on their job. That's where a lot of times things go wrong. People like to do extra stuff and not actually do their job. If every 11 players do their job, then things should go how things should be executed. But we never know. The game is January 19th, man, and I can't wait to see it. I will be going for Miami. Y'all know that. Y'all know how I feel about the U. Well, if you don't know, Florida and Miami are my teams, have always been my team. Florida just been on some bullshit. I'm glad to see Miami back, but that's how I feel about these teams, man. All right, y'all. So let's get into yesterday games, man. We had some playoff games, man. I'm gonna play some clips from that, and then we'll get into the stats. We're gonna start with the Packers game. Packers versus Bears. Let's get this straight. The Bears were supposed to lose this game. If you was watching this game, the Bears was not supposed to come back and win this game. But hey, I had the Bears winning, and they came back and
28-yard line. Around the corner, Duvernay on his way. Duvernay staying in bounds. 51-yard field goal over the foot of Santos. Dancing, waiting, looking. He's going to keep it himself. He's going to get around the corner, stay in bounds. Up to the 45. He fires to the sideline. Caught. Williams fires down the sideline. To the outside goes the pass. Coming back the other way. Williams is out there blocking for Swift. On the ground, Swift, can he get into the end zone? Up in the pocket, throws, caught on the run. And that pass is caught, and it's for the extra point. And that day, 49, Williams chased, throws, and it's caught. 10, Williams dancing, throwing, caught, and escaping, getting inside the 10-yard. Pocket, fires, caught, touchdown! Next time, throws, caught! Extra pressure. Pass throw, Dobbs makes it. Love outside, hold to try to make it 6 up. And the kick in. Williams throws, caught. They can use the clock. Williams throwing, and it's caught for the touchdown! 7. Keep it alive. Going deep on the sideline, and then looks downfield, fires downfield. Caught hard left side. He goes that way. Is blocking out in front. It's a first down. Waivers 2 weeks ago. Down here, nice hold over the 3rd and 12. Pass is caught, and that's what's in this venue. And the kick is good. It's here. Love dancing, has time, deep downfield, hold in, big game. Toss back, Jacobs, tries to get around the corner, indeed he does. Take it to her, rolling, throwing, caught, and off they go. And in motion, pass wide open, making 4th and 6, Williams fires, and that's
up tonight against his own defense.
2nd and 3. And that's a first down and a lot more. Love, 3rd down and 8. Pass to the outside, hold in. And that's going to be enough. Love throwing, open, caught. Williams over the middle. Good beginning for 10. Williams stepping up, stepping away, signaling downfield, going to keep it himself.
All right, y'all. So y'all seen some of the highlights from the game, man. They probably gonna copyright this because I wasn't supposed to be playing music. I don't know why I did that, but it is what it is. Let me play this for beef or something, bro, because that was terrible sportsmanship. But hey, I'm that petty too, and that's where I gotta stop being. I gotta really stop being so petty some days, bro. And I thought I grew out of that, but some days it'd be different, bro. Let me play
from the Packers leading up to this beginning. Did you notice that? Was that something you took exception to, or what did your motivation from?
Yeah, they wanted us. That's what I heard. They wanted it, and they got it.
I'm gonna comment on that, what he just said, whatever. But look, bro, I seen the little post that Wayne said about him painting his nails. Look, dog, yes, you got beat by a nigga who paint nails, right? Just like, you know what I mean? They could have said that they got your team, you know, you a nigga that kiss baby. Like, it's just, hey, it is what it is, family. Like, you got beat. Your team got beat, bro. I don't know what else to say, fam. You gotta fire your fucking kicker like we did, because your kicker missed a lot of good, solid kicks. If that kicker didn't miss as many kicks as he did, the Packers would be probably moving on. You feel me? Like, we never know how the game would have beat, but it was destiny to call in, and Chicago won, man. On to the next week game, bro. But that's a great win by Chicago, man. They first time being back in the playoffs in a minute, bro. I don't remember Chicago being in that since we was kids. Let me get to the stats real quick of that game. Box card. All right, Jordan Love was 24 out of 46 for 323 yards, 4 touchdowns. Great game by Jordan Love. Jordan Love did what he had to do to win the game. Josh Jacobs had 19 carries, 55 yards. Okay game. Caleb Williams was 24 out of 48 for 361 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Listen, man, if you look at some of the throws that Caleb Williams just made, bro, ain't a lot of people can do that, dog. And you feel me? And he was strolling to his left as a right-handed quarterback, bro. That's hard to do in that weather, bro. In that cold-ass weather, because it's cold. I don't know if y'all see it, but it is cold out there. And everybody ain't built for that type of cold. To be able to go out there and do what he did and execute, bro, you got to give Chicago's credit, man. You got to get a coach credit. It makes you wonder, like, damn, what could the Falcons have looked like with the coach that they got, the Chicago coach, Ben Johnson. I ain't going to get on that. DeAndre Swift had 13 carries for 54 yards. Let's go to the wide receiver. DJ Moore had 6 receptions for 64 yards. Colston Loveland. Is that a wide receiver or tight end? Tight end. Oh, that's their first round pick. Oh, yeah, I remember him. Me and Q was talking about him because I was wondering why they didn't take Tyler Warren from Penn State and shit. But brother stud then. I ain't know he was that good. 8 receptions for 137 yards. Hell yeah. Roman had 2 receptions for 44 yards. Luther Burden III had 3 receptions for 42 yards, man. And see, they got some good, nice, solid wide receivers. Like, don't get it twisted, bro. Like, they got DJ Moore, Roman. Like, they got some good wide receivers, man. This all coming together for them. Roman Dubs had 8 receptions for 124 yards. Matthew Golden had 4 receptions for 84 yards. Jaden Reed had 4 receptions for 43 yards. They all had pretty solid games, man. Like I said, the Packers wasn't really supposed to lose this game. If they could have executed on their punts, I know they probably missed Michael Parsons. Michael Parsons being the big key because Chicago did throw 48 times, right? If Michael Parsons was in there, who's to say how many sacks he might have had or how much pressure he would have got back there and he be in these playoff games, you feel me? Because it ain't like Dallas be going in. This is what he came, he wanted to be. and shit like that. Did I was about to wonder, did Trayvon Diggs play? But he did play. Brenton Cox Jr. I didn't even know Brenton Cox Jr. was on this fucking team. Ex-Florida Gator, sorry ass. I didn't even know Trayvon Diggs was playing in this game, but yep, that was one and done for they ass. Sorry to you Packers fans, man. So look, y'all, let me exit out of this one. Before I get to the St. Louis and Rams game, let me do something real quick. Let me see what the next matchup for the Bears will be. Playoff bracket. Let's look at the playoff bracket. So the Bears either are going to play the winner of today's game of the Eagles versus 49ers, y'all. So who y'all got today versus the Eagles and 49ers? I think I'm going to go with the 40. Shit, I don't know. Because I'm an Ajay Brown fan. So I don't know how I'm going to pick on that one, y'all. I forgot what I picked earlier in the week, but I really don't even know no more. Let's get to the next game real quick. That we had the Rams versus the Panthers. Listen, man, this game was way closer than I thought it was going to be, honestly. I didn't think the Panthers was going to do like they did. I know people was talking about Bryce Young, not really that good, but shit, he did well enough for them to stick around.
Head-to-head for him. From 46. Right down the middle for the thicker kicker out of Missouri. The Rams retake the lead. How about here? Once Adams, it's picked off. Mike Jackson makes his mark.
Damn, I ain't know Jimmy Horn dropped the ball at the end, man. I want to say this though, man. They had a good. They played better than what I thought they was gonna play for an 8-9 team, bro. I thought the Rams was gonna blow them out for real. So for them to do what they did, bro, Bryce Young, they can say what they want, man. Bro came in to play. You feel me? I don't know what it was. He came in to play. He did his thing, bro, and I gotta give credit when credit is due on that. Let me play this last clip that I got for y'all today about
remember what he told you, but he said something about let's go snatch these guys going out for that last drive. Mm-hmm. What did he say, and what did you see from him there on the final drive?
Yeah, I think he said let's go snatch these guys' hearts, and that was pretty cold. Just to hear that, and I actually literally smiled in the moment because I thought that was like one of the most gangster things you could say in that moment, honestly. And to hear him say that and the look on his face, and then throw the touchdown, and then the look on his face after that was just like MVP stuff.
I ain't gonna lie, man. I like Matthew Stafford as a quarterback, man. I ain't always been a fan, but I gotta get credit when credit is due. Let me look at these box scores real quick. Get up out of here. Yes, y'all, I am getting a little sick, so if you don't see me as much energized, y'all, I do apologize. I'm just getting a little sick. All right, y'all. Matthew Stafford was 24 out of 42 for 304 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. Great game. Nakula had 10 receptions for 111 yards, bro. He's finna get some money. You understand what I'm saying, bro? Like money. Like, bro is finna get paid. Kyron Williams had 13 carries for 57 yards. Kyron Williams. I'm sorry. Kyron Williams had 13 carries for 57 yards. Blake Coleman had 11 carries for 45 yards. Devontae Adams had 5 receptions for 72 yards. Tyler Higbee had 2 receptions for 45 yards, man. Not a bad game. What did the defense do? They had 2 sacks today. 1 sack by Braden Fiske had 1 sack. Puna Ford, whoever that is, had 1 sack. Shout out to them. Trevor Etienne. I'm so glad you love Florida, and we're going to call you a Georgia player. This Georgia player needs to be, I'm not going to say he needs to be cut, but, bro, you have a fumbling problem. Seriously. I don't know why they don't pick Jimmy Horn back there at punt returner or somebody else, but, bro, you have a serious fumbling problem. And that's probably why you don't get much carries in the carries in running back, because you fumbled the ball too much. Bryce Young was 21 out of 40 for 264 yards, 1 touchdown, and 1 interception. All right, Bryce. So these are not bad numbers, but to me, right, this is his fourth year, I think third. He's gonna have to come back and probably have another year where they make the playoffs for them to actually, to me, take him as a franchise quarterback, or they might start in 2027 looking for somebody else. And I hate to say that, but you know how they is with these franchise. I mean, with these players, man. It's what have you done for me lately? And he's had a good year. Feel me? Like they had a good. I won't even say they good year. They made it to the playoff, but 8-9. If you was in any other division, you wouldn't have made the playoffs. So that's why I say you got to start evaluating the situation. Like they got some talented wide receivers. I don't know what Xavier Leggett as a number one wide receiver. I mean, as a first round draft pick, he's not living up to hype at all. Feel me? So I don't know how that's gonna go. McMillan is actually playing real good. He had a good actually had a real stellar rookie season to me. Jalen Cooker had 9 carries for 134 yards. Who is that? From Holy Cross. And see, what is he? I don't even know if he was drafted. He might have been undrafted. These are the numbers that you would think Xavier Leggett is supposed to be putting up, right? 1 reception for 8 yards is not doing it, bro. Jimmy Horn didn't have a catch. I hate that. He dropped the last ball. And to me, Jimmy Horn is a talented wide receiver, bro. You got to make that catch at crunch time, bro. McMillan, bro. McMillan, to me, like I said, had 70 catches for 1,114 yards this year, 7 touchdowns. Excellent rookie season for a first-round draft pick, man. I think they have found their number one wide receiver. I don't know what they're going to do with Xavier if he keeps playing the way he's playing, but like I said, man, the next year they're going to have to come back, reevaluate some things. J.C. Horn had 4 tackles. Also, Nick Scott had 9 tackles. Derek Brown had 5 tackles. Who had a sack? Travis Gibson. How do you say it? Had 1 sack. What else, bro? Nick Cirque. Let's see how he did this year. So he had 20. He didn't do so bad. 20 solo tackle, 5 sacks and shit like that, man. He didn't do so bad this year. So they got some solid players, some team that can grow next year. I mean, they beat the Falcons this year. They kept us out of the playoffs. So we're going to have to see how this thing go. I'm going to see who do the Rams face off for next week. Let me see something. Jared, yeah. Playoff bracket. So, yeah, the Rams are going to face the Seahawks. That's going to be a nice little matchup, y'all. The Rams versus the Seahawks. I don't know who I'm taking in that one, y'all. I got to think about that one because that's going to be a pretty nice matchup next week. I want to see. I gotta sit back and think about that because I want to take the Seahawks because of that defense. But the way Matthew Stafford and them boys be playing on offense, man, you just never know, yo. Like for real. Let me go ahead and talk about this crowd that I don't want to talk about. Let me put it up real quick, man. I really wasn't gonna talk about this shit, but it's gonna piss me off if I don't. See something. All right, y'all. Hold on. Let me share this bullshit real quick. So the Falcons actually went ahead and Falcons hired franchise legend. Falcons hire Matt Ryan to a major front office role. You ain't finna get me saying no franchise legend. Kiss my ass. The Falcons have added one of the team's players to its front office. People could call me a hater. Listen to me, dog. I could care less how y'all feel, bro. I'm never gonna be a Matt Ryan fan, no matter how y'all feel, dog.
Get the most
Feel me?
reliable
Like, I'm just
fiber-powered Wi-Fi with Xfinity.
everybody
And
say,
get it for
what did he do
$50
to
a month
me
for
and all
5
this
years
type of stuff.
guaranteed.
He ain't
No
win no
strings or
championship.
commitments, just super fast, reliable Wi-Fi. Switch today and save $3,000 over Verizon and AT&T. Xfinity, imagine that.
Oh, that damn commercial be irking me. My bad, y'all. Here we go.
It was one of the crazier finishes in
Oh, never mind. I don't know why they playing that, but look, the Falcons announced on Saturday that former quarterback Matt Ryan, who spent the first 14 years of his 15 NFL career with the team after being drafted 3rd overall in 2008, he only been to the playoffs 6 times out of them 15 years, too, y'all. I want that be known. 6 times now. 6. Will be the president of football on Saturday with no experience to his name. No experience to his name. The 40-year-old Ryan, who holds the team record for passing yards, he was our longest quarterback, touchdown and wins, will assume the new role immediately. Ryan will report directly to owner Arthur Blanks and collab with president and CEO Greg Bayless to ensure the alignment of the business and football areas of the organization. Throughout his 14-year career in Atlanta, Matt's leadership, attention to details, knowledge of the game, and unrelentless drive to win made him the most successful player in our franchise history. Bro, let me explain something to you. Julio had a lot to do with that too, and I don't like how they just acting like Julio didn't have no parts in that, because if Julio didn't make a lot of the runs after the catches that he did, my nigga, like, I ain't gonna take it away. Matt Ryan got him the ball, right? And I'm gonna be real with you. I think Matt Ryan might be a better businessman than he is a quarterback. That I'd be the first to say that, because, like I said, Boston College ain't no goddamn easy college. You gotta be smart to go there. So, do I think he might be a better businessman than he is a player? Yeah. He's not even a Hall of Famer to me. I am confident those same quality will be a tremendous benefit to our organization as he steps into this new role. From his playing days to his time as an analyst at CBS, Matt has always been a student of the game, and he brings in a astute understanding of today's NFL, as well as a unique knowledge of our organization in this market. I have full confidence and trust in Matt as we strive to deliver a championship caliber team for Atlanta and the Falcons and the Atlanta Falcons elsewhere. All right, y'all. Y'all might say I'm a little racist when it comes to this, but I was listening to Ocho and Uncle Ocho, right? And Ocho was saying that he wanted the same type of shit, same type of position with Cincinnati, right? And Shannon was really trying to throw it in there and say, like, bro, they're not gonna give you that. And long story short, bro, I be wondering, like, what? And I want the chat, y'all. I want people in the chat, in my comments, to really, really, really say me I'm wrong. Would they give this to a black quarterback? Would they give this type of position to a black quarterback? Should Cam have this with Carolina? Like, would Cam have this at Carolina? Would you see this like with Lamar? Like, even though he didn't bring it, like, because Matt didn't bring us the championship. He got us to a Super Bowl, but he didn't bring no championship, right? Can Cam get this at Carolina? Can certain, like, black players, like, get these type of privileges where you have no experience, right? You don't have to go through certain shit. I'm not even talking about you getting a position, you work for it, and this, and that. You have no apparent experience. Hell no, they can't get it. And that'd be my problem with certain shit, because I feel like, all right, so like we already with the Atlanta, right? You had a black coach and a black GM, right? Mind you, if you watch Arthur Blank press conference, I don't believe Terry had a lot of say so. You feel me? Terry probably didn't have a lot of say so. Rich McKay was still in there, and to me, with Rich McKay still in there, that means Rich McKay still was making calls. And Arthur Blank lied to us about that. That's why I don't like Arthur Blank, because I believe he's a liar and he's full of shit. You feel me? Like, I just don't. I've been saying he should stay on the team. I'm sticking with that. I got asked the question the other day, if Matt Ryan brought us a Super Bowl, how would I change my opinion? I don't know yet. That's let's wait to see what that is. We're not gonna rush to the conclusion, but I don't know yet. I just don't want to always see where it happened in New England, where Mayo had got fired. Now you got New England in the playoffs, and it looked like this black coach didn't know what the fuck he was doing. But I don't believe that. I just believe that the situation sometimes, man, like, I don't know. Sometimes it could be like that, sometimes not. I believe Jannard Mayo is a good coach, and I believe he should get another shot. I don't even hear about him even getting another shot at coach. I don't hear nothing about that. You feel me? Like, we got all these. You gotta look at black players are literally the majority of the NFL, but they don't. When it comes to business, we get overlooked like we don't know how to coach, and then we look like we don't know how to run the business. I don't like shit like that, bro. We already don't get supported enough with our own businesses and stuff, and then when we out here running these white people shit, it seems like they want to fire us so quick. Like, we only got like this amount of time to get it right. Everybody else don't even have to go through certain steps. Look at Troy Aikman. Troy Aikman is now. Let me put that shit over Troy Aikman real quick, cause that's the type of crap I don't be liking, bro. And I'm gonna talk about it, cause that stuff irks me. And mind you, it shouldn't be about race, but when it comes to shit, it really is. Like, and we try to overlook it, but I don't like how that's being looked like, bro. Why can't Ocho Cinco be in the front office of Cincinnati Bengals? Ain't like they doing nothing else good. Let me continue counseling. Like, why is Troy Aikman counseling? The Miami Dolphins have named their next general manager, with John Echo Silva being officially announced to the role on Friday. The 50-year-old has been with the organization since 2022 and will replace Chris Gear, who left the post in October. The hire was made in no smart part with the assistance of Cowboys icon Troy Aikman. Now, mind you, to me, Troy Aikman is a little different. Troy Aikman got 3 rings. And if you ever watched the documentary, he probably would have had more if they kept Jimmy Johnson. You feel me? The Hall of Famer and Monday Night Football analysis worked with the Dolphins as a counsel during their GM search and was reportedly one of Silva's biggest supporters. Now, I know everybody's hyped, and I know I'm about to switch the subject, but I think Matt Ryan's interviewing a few GMs and stuff like that. I don't like this Roney rule either. The Roney rule, where you have to interview all type of ethnicities for the job, I don't like that shit, because I feel like you just wasting their time if you're not gonna hire them. Them interviewing all them like other people that they interview for the president of football was a waste of time for me. Wasting them people time, because you already knew you was gonna hire Matt Ryan. You might as well just gave him the motherfucker the job. But the rules is you gotta interview these people. So if that rule wasn't in place, they would have never interviewed none of them motherfuckers. They would have just gave him the job. To me, and then the bad thing about it is Arthur Blank went to Matt Ryan about this. Matt Ryan didn't go to Arthur Blank about this. Like, that's just facts. And to me, right, do you think he definitely would have went to Vic? Even with Vic changed and all that, he wouldn't have went to Vic. I don't think he would have went to too many black players. You get what I'm saying? Like, why can't the black player get the president? Like, you could get to a GM spot, but you can't get up to the CEO and the president. Name me a president that's black right now, a president of football right now that's black in the NFL. Leave it in my comments, because maybe I'm missing something. But I would like, if we gonna, like, you allow these players, these black players, y'all play these black players, y'all draft them. Y'all can use them all you want, to let them throw their bodies around, kill themselves for your team. You barely want to pay them. And then all this shit, you take money from, you flat, all this bull crap that goes along in the NFL. Mind you, all of it doesn't have to do with the owner, but all the rules that's in place and stuff, a lot of this stuff does have to do with the owner in a sense too, because they vote on it when they be having these meetings at the end of the year. And then you telling me that these players can't get a seat at your front, like at the top, dog? Man, that's bullshit to me, dog. That's what, like I said, I've been lost the love for sports when it comes to certain things because of how they treat us, and we don't have our own. I wish black players or black people had their own stuff some days. They own NFL league, and then make them come to us and stuff like that. I wish we had that mindset. But they ain't took us and they ain't fucked us so much over, bro, that we just allow it. We so far gone that it'll never be the same, bro. It'll never come back. It won't be my time. I'll probably never see it. You feel me? But I'm not, like I said, bro. I'm still out. I'm never gonna be a Matt Ryan fan, but to see him as a business person, I have to wait to see, man. All right, y'all. I'm done talking sport. Let's get to politics real quick. Let's see what the hell going on. I thought I had a video. Did I have a video? Hell. Well, you know what? I do have a little video. Let's play this video real quick of Philadelphia sheriff talking about the ICE while I look up something else.
Good afternoon. I'm Rochelle Bilal, the sheriff for the city and county of Philadelphia, and I say her name, Renee Good. Renee Good. Renee Good. Renee Good. Renee Good. This should not have happened, but we're here today. Let know that law enforcement professionals, real ones, not the fake made-up ICE, probably Trump's new army to attack citizens of the United States. Did you hear what I said? No law enforcement professional wears a mask. None. None. Those that come into our communities wearing a mask to commit crime, thank God for our district attorney, Larry Krasner, who say he's going to lock them up. And I'm saying now, we are not going to whisk you away for them to hide your identity, because when you do it there, you're getting arrested there. No whisk away for them to hide you. None of that here. None of that here. Law enforcement professionals do not shoot at moving vehicles. I'm not saying fleeing, because she wasn't fleeing. She was getting out of the way. Law enforcement professionals do not stand in front of moving vehicles invoking an action that is illegal. No, we don't. And so we stand here today with all those who stand against the made-up, fake, what you can call ICE, professional law enforcement. I don't call them none of that. I call them made-up, fake, wannabe law enforcement. Because what they do is against not only legal law, but the moral law. So I'm with the DA, and we will work with them. If any of them want to come in this city and commit a crime, you will not be able to hide. Nobody will wish you off. You don't want this smoke, because we will bring it to you. And the fake, whatever they call them, because I can't say the name, but the criminal in the White House would not be able to keep you from going to jail. Renee Good should be here today. And to her family, we are saying law enforcement professionals are not the ones here in this city that would do that.
Ooh, wish. She wasn't playing no games with y'all ass, boy. Alright, y'all. As you can see, bro, ISIS has been pissing off everybody. Apparently, some new stuff just dropped. I'm about to show y'all some stuff that just happened in LA, across the world. And see, the thing about this, it was a book. I wish I really kept reading this book that Minister Farrakhan had recommended when he was talking about this stuff happening. I didn't know it was like this, though. Because when it happened, it was about the stuff that happened with Germany. What was it? Damn, what's that fool name? Man, I have to think of it, y'all. My bad. But yeah, like they've been talking about this happening for a while now. So as you So every like 4 to 5 years lately, shit like this has been going down, and I don't know if it's just a distraction. I already played this shit before. I don't know if it's just like a big ass distraction to get people in their emotions and shit like that. 10,000 of anti-ICE protesters took to the street of a major city across the country this week in a raffle of demonstration largely organized by a coalition of left-wing groups. The ICE Out for Good coalition called for a weekend of action starting Saturday, organized more than 1,000 events nationwide. The coalition was largely organized by individuals, the same left-wing group that pushed No King protests against President Donald Trump in 2025. Protests focused on the death of the Renee Nicole Good in Minneapolis last week. Mind you, remember when George Floyd situation happened during COVID? Like, if you notice certain shit happens and it's like everything happens around it be the same shit, right? Remember, like when COVID hit, everybody was catching COVID and all this shit. Now everybody getting back sick from the flu, and then this happened in Minneapolis. Now everybody doing. It's like the same certain shit be happening. History repeats itself so much, yo. The protest focused on the death of Renee Nicole Good in Minneapolis last week. She was killed in a confrontation with ICE agent after a federal authorized say she attempted to run over one of the officers. All right, y'all. It was unnecessary. I don't believe she was trying to run over no fucking officer. I just believe a lot of times now these officers and ICE feel like they're empowered. They're empowered by Trump. And you got JD Vance, stupid ass. Like, bro, I don't like JD Vance more than I don't like Trump. And that's crazy because the stuff he be saying, I don't trust JD Vance at all, dog. It's something about that, man. And I think it's more because with Trump, I expect certain thoughts of how he is. You gotta remember, JD Vance is a lot younger than the goddamn Trump. And to me, the way his mindset is worse than might be Trump. JD Vance might be trying to goddamn have niggas home. I don't trust him. I don't trust nothing about him. I don't trust nothing about these politicians at all. And we living in some crazy times, y'all. To the point where they're putting the military on their own people. Now, mind you, right? These same people that work for these military, these ICE agents, right? How would you feel if this was your family, bro? Like, I don't think people understand. I understand we all got a job to do, bro, but everything, all money ain't good money, bro. And putting yourself in a lot of damage just for power, bro, like that's some whole ass shit, bro. Like, you could have shot the tire. You didn't have to shoot at her. You feel me? Like, certain things that people like, yeah, maybe she shouldn't have did this, but maybe two things could be right. Maybe she shouldn't have pulled off, or maybe his ass should have just shot at the tire. Or is it like, bro, I've seen tactics where people can do different stuff to calm a certain situation down, where it don't have to be that situation to end somebody's life, bro. And then you talking about full, like JD Vance talking about the officer ISIS have the right to do this and have full immunity and shit like that. But when I say that's the type of shit that make you not like some white people, he's one of the reasons. And that's why Nicki Minaj got the backlash she got, because of shit like that, bro. You supporting people like that. Now, mind you, if he would have did that, what if he did that crap to your family? And see, we be so brainwashed by the money. By the money. Everybody get brainwashed by the money. Money and power and resources and all type of shit that these fools, like these politicians, these high people be on, bro. And a lot of time, man, they just puppets. JD Vance is a sorry ass puppet, dog. Just like just like Trump and just like all the rest of them. Whatever Israel's telling them to do and whatever Israel got going on, bro, they gonna do it. Now they trying to go out to Greenland. Oh, that's what I was just talking about. Let me look up what these fools talking about with Greenland. Trump trying to go out to Greenland because he don't want to be next to goddamn what he said, he don't want to be next to Russia and man, let me play this. He don't want to be next to Russia and China. What the fuck? Stop sharing. Making moves, yeah. Damn, this shit going by fast.
The future of Venezuela. Do you see Venezuela now led by Delcy Rodriguez as an ally of the U.S.? Is that the way that you view that country?
Well, right now they seem to be an ally, and I think it'll continue to be an ally. And we don't want to have Russia there. We don't want to have China there. And by the way, we don't want Russia or China going to Greenland, which if we don't take Greenland, you're going to have Russia or China as your next door neighbor. That's not going to happen.
So President Donald Trump warned Friday during a meeting with nearly 24 of oil execution that Russia and China would not move in on the nation of Venezuela or Greenland on his watch. We're going to do something on Greenland, whether they like it or not, Trump said Friday, because if we don't do it, Russia or China will take over Greenland, and we're not going to have Russia or China as next door neighbors. Trump comment came as he hosted nearly 24 of oil exclusive at the White House to discuss investment in Venezuela after the capture of dictator President Nicolás Maduro on Saturday morning. We don't want to have Russia there, Trump said of Venezuela Friday when asked if the nation appears to be an ally to the U.S. We don't want to have China there, and by the way, we don't want Russia or China going to Greenland, which if we don't take Greenland, you can have Russia or China as your next door neighbor. That's going to happen. Now, I done seen stuff related to this into the Bible and all types of stuff, bro, that I have not enough information on to really quote on. But when I say this shit is getting deeper and deeper, y'all. So this is a picture of, I believe, Greenland, but it look cold and shit. I don't know what resources and information. It might be some minerals there that they want and stuff, because it's always something that the U.S. won't. Like, they not just trying to take over nothing just to take over something. It's something that they want there that they trying to get, and they use their power and to take over and do stupid shit like this, bro. The Trump repeats that thread. So let's look at this. White House says the U.S. will shape Venezuela's future as Trump embrace American dynasty. Like, it's just certain stuff that's going on, bro. Like, let me see something. Just block Trump image from broken immigrant parole. And some of this stuff getting blocked by Trump. U.S. warns Americans that leave Venezuela. Oh, let's see what this is from. Let's see what this is talking about. There's a lot of unnecessary stuff going on, but I'm gonna be real with you. I believe that even if the Democrats was in, it still would have been happening. It just would have been
Some
happening. They be
Americans
hiding it.
left in brutal conditions there. Our chief national security correspondent Jennifer Griffin spoke with a former prisoner and joins us live from Washington.
Sandra, after the U.S. military campaign ramped up in September, the Maduro Americans to use as bargaining. They remain imprisoned in Venezuela's prison system alongside hundreds of Venezuelan political prisoners.
Right now, they're very protected. Nobody's going to mess with us. They're very protected.
Former prisoners held by the Maduro are concerned. Renzo Máximo Castillo, a Peruvian-American green card holder from California, was jailed on phony espionage charges in 2024 after traveling to Venezuela to meet his wife's family. He was held for 200 days.
Against the wall when they try to back a rifle.
Secretary of State Marco Rubio in July. He's concerned about the 5 Americans who have yet to be released since Maduro's overthrow.
If citizens need medicine, there is no medicine. There is no food. The water is very bad. So the torture of the way of living is another way of torture, you know? Their lives can imagine. And the whole time you're smelling nothing but sewer.
Marine Corps veteran Matthew Heath said the U.S. airstrikes felt like Christmas. In December 20, he until the nation negotiated his release.
Brutally were violated. I'd like to those 5 well towards the United States.
We have learned of at least 5 Americans in James of South America at the time, and Adel Suarez, a U.S. permanent resident born in Cuba, and Jonathan Torres Duque, a Venezuelan American who returned to live in his country recently and was accused of being an American spy. Sandra.
Jennifer Griffin reporting out of Washington on that for us.
All right, y'all. So look, y'all, I'm about done for the day. I appreciate everybody that tuned in, man. Like I said, y'all, I ain't been feeling so good, so I'm gonna get up off here. But y'all let me know how y'all feel, man. Do y'all feel like what America is doing is something behind it? What's the greater meaning behind it? Or are they just looking for more resources and how can I say it? Oil, minerals and stuff like that, man? What do y'all think, y'all? I gotta do better with my researching. I've been a little off with it, but I've been paying attention. I also want to know, do y'all feel like America is the last superpower nation? Do you believe that we are the the last superpower nation? I know, like, I've also been told that China is even though China, they are like way ahead of us as far as technology and stuff. Their population is not what it used to be, because you got to remember, it was a long time ago, right? It was a while ago. I don't think it's like that now, where only the family could have 2 kids per family. And mind you, that kind of backfired in a way where now you don't have the same, we have to have kids instead to repopulate. I mean, like procreate for things to keep going. If it don't, it'll die off. And it has died off in China. So if you haven't seen, like, because there was a time where they had a little article out where they was offering black men to come to China, paying black men to come to China to have kids. You feel me? So I wouldn't have took that fucking, I ain't having no more fucking kids, bro. Y'all see how drained I look now. But what do y'all think, man, is really the behind this, man? And is this shit already been played out? Like, have they been playing this out all a long time ago? And do you feel like Israel they're gonna pay for everything that they've been putting everybody through? Cause like I said, bro, Israel do a lot of like Israel is probably one of the most powerful people right now, and they don't get talked about enough. They get talked about, but they are using the U.S. as their puppet, as they fall guys and stuff like that, while they sit around here bombing other countries, bombing Gaza and all this stuff, bro. And a lot of this politics stuff, man, you be wondering like, what's the end goal for this? Like, why do you even like? Why do we care so much about certain things? It's about power, man. If you ever read the 48 Laws of Power and the Art of War, man, that's literally what they play in front of our face. And a lot of people take that shit to heart. A lot of people live by them laws and believe in them like so heartily. And I got the book actually, the 48 Laws of Power. I haven't read the Art of War yet. I'm still trying to finish up the color of laws and shit like that, man. So I be really reading, trying to get as much knowledge as I can as while I'm here on this earth. But I don't feel like we should be scared. Like I don't like just keep doing what you have to do to survive out here, but it's getting crazy, man. Like I'm not gonna act like everything's perfect on my end, man. I've been going through it. I know a lot of people that's been going through it mentally, trying to stay strong, stay positive, but it's easier said than done some days, man. You feel me? Like this shit can get real wicked, and the people that's behind this, that's running this world, bro, is some real evil ass people, some real dirty ass people. And the crazy part is they they have kids inside their families and stuff like that. They repopulate inside their family to make shit even more strange. That's what I was talking to my bro about yesterday. Shit, like, and I just thought about the Rothschilds, how they saying like they have kids by their own cousins and shit like that. And it's just certain shit they was talking about, bro, that just it crossed my mind just now. But what do y'all think, man? Y'all let me know in the chat, man, and in the comments how y'all feel, man. I'm gonna get up out of here. I'm gonna try to get back on either tomorrow or Thursday. This is episode 90, the 2, 3? Let me make sure. But that's how you know I don't feel good today. What y'all think? 93. Yeah, got it right. 93, y'all. Please like, subscribe. I appreciate my brothers because I know they be the ones that's liking my mom and shit like that. And everybody that just be watching just to be watching, bro. I'm out.